Well, look who decided to join me on the program again. Like I said, Ruben is out, and so I had to get somebody else, and it was an easy call to make. Joining us once again on the program, my guy, Ezekiel Telemaco, news reporter extraordinaire here at ABC 24.
What's going on? Howdy. You know, I'm excited to be here. Obviously, Ruben, I think he's on his way to Houston, so we'll make sure to send him a postcard from Memphis.
So last time we had you on, we were obviously talking about, March Madness and everything. You wasn't where it was when we were wrapping it up. Ruben was taking victory laps because technically he finished with the most points of the group with us. But, I still have more of the March Madness. But something that you put on your social media was this segment, Best Thing I Saw, with your J. Cole Meek Mill take. So
absolutely. As
we do this segment, it's the best thing we saw in the past week. We'll let you go first. What's the best thing you saw?
The best thing that I saw was all the teams tanking. I know it sounds so crazy, but I just can't stand how Adam Silver has been handling all of the tanking when it comes to the recent NBA catastrophe, right? The purgatory that we're seeing with all these NBA teams when it comes to the madness of teams just being mid, as the kids say, mediocre, not competing for anything, right? I'd rather a team be either trash or amazing. Again, I'm from Boston, as many of the viewers know, right? Where it's like, it's a flop of a season. It's a failure. Where's the camera? Right here. It's a failure of a season if you don't make it to the championship and if you don't win. I mean, again, I'm a Patriots fan. I'm a Celtics fan. Even for us, we lost in the Super Bowl and people aren't celebrating. There's obviously some fans that are saying, hey, when it comes to making the Super Bowl, it was cool. But when it comes to the tanking and Adam Silver in particular, teams are going to be trash regardless every single year. And unless it's a randomized order for everybody, all 32 teams or all 30 teams or whatever league it is, right? You are going to have teams that are going to tank. So it doesn't really, there's no incentive for a team not to tank, if that makes sense. So I'm happy that, there's 10 teams out in the NBA right now that, again, have more than 50 or more losses. I know a lot of people are saying that it's bad for the NBA, but I personally think that it's good. I think that Adam Silver should just wake up and just realize how bad of a state the NBA is in.
You just missed when we had Terry on, and Terry said how he doesn't like Boston, but he does predict Boston to come out of the East. I think we were talking about tanking. The Grizzlies definitely were tanking in the end of the season because they had Jemai Meshack, who is the same height as me, playing the 5.
Yeah.
So now when people see me around and they be like, oh, well, you need to suit up for the Grizzlies. They can put you at the 5. I used to shake my head. There literally is a guy the same height as me playing the 5. So now everybody's going to expect me to be able to play the 5 in basketball. All right, let's move on to my best thing I saw. We're going to stay in the NBA. My best thing I saw, that Charlotte Hornets Miami Heat playing game. Kobe White. Kobe White drilling a 3 to tie the game, end up sending it into overtime. I thought Charlotte still was going to lose it, but LaMelo Ball right back, driving right by Hawkins to get the game winner. And the Hornets, they live to see another day. Now, they're still not in the playoffs yet because that was just the 9-10
Oh, 100%,
game.
yeah, I know.
They still got to actually beat the loser of Philly and Orlando, which, like I said, by the time this episode airs, we'll know how that game went. And I'm going to go on a limb and say I think Charlotte is going to beat whoever loses that game, especially if it's Orlando.
Absolutely. But when it comes to what we can expect going forward and in terms of the playoffs, I guess my last question for you would be, what are you looking forward to the most? I know your Hawks, you're really excited about them.
Yeah, we back at war against New York. I ain't going to talk about it too much on this program because we're running out of time. What am I looking for? I'm looking for, to feel like I'm seeing the face of the NBA in this, because it seems like, LeBron is on the back end, KD's on the back end, Steph is on the back end. Who is going to emerge out of this playoffs where, this is the face of the NBA? Even if it's an international player. If it's SGA and SGA gets title number 2, if it's Wemby and it's Tom, or if it's on the American side, if Anthony Edwards, Cade Cunningham, Donovan Mitchell, if any of them rise to the occasion, I want to feel like coming out of this playoffs, I know that this is this player's insert players league going forward.
Sure. So you want the throne to be passed.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Lakers ain't going to win it. No, sorry, Terry. The Lakers ain't going to win it with LeBron. The Rockets ain't going to win it. Well, no, the Rockets ain't going to win it. So, this old guard, we're not going to see. We're not going to see. Unless the Cavs, that's my pick to come out of the East, is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Sure.
But Harden isn't the leader of that team. That's Donovan Mitchell's team. I would love to see Harden finally win a championship. But if they win, people are going to be talking about Donovan Mitchell going forward,
Absolutely.
not necessarily James Harden. So I want to see the real face of the league come out of this playoffs.
Sure. I think that, again, I'm going to give my early predictions, but I'm going to say Spurs and Celtics. When it comes,
sure.
100%. I mean,
Spurs and Celtics.
A lot of people think that OKC is this amazing team, but people forget.
Terry didn't have OKC coming out.
People forget that, again, Halliburton had them on the edge in that Game 7 before he went out with that ruptured Achilles. He had 9 points. He was 3 for 4 from the three-point line. He was super efficient, and his Pacers were in the lead. They were going to win that game. They lost by 11 or 12 points that game. I believe the score was 101 to, I think, 90-something. But when it comes to...
Hey, man, I hear you, but OKC has Jared McCain now.
OKC is okay. No, Mitchell. For me, man. When it comes to what I've seen from that team, they're equivalent to the 2019 Toronto Raptors to me. When it comes to, when KD tore his Achilles and KD was going off and everybody just was, oh, well, this is the result. I know that was a Game 6. It wasn't a Game 7, so it's a little different. And Kevin Durant is definitely not, who we're talking about in terms of Halliburton. But Halliburton was cooking. He was going crazy. And again, the Pacers lost by, like I said, 11 or 12 points when it came to that Game 7 game. He was out for the first quarter, So I think that a lot of people are over-evaluating SGA and the, Oklahoma City Thunder when it comes to what they've accomplished. They beat hurt Pacers team, which wasn't even the strongest team coming out of the East. They just got hot at the right time. Everybody knew that the Celtics were the best team on paper. They just had a lot more going on in the background. Jason Tatum tore his Achilles, but I still think they were going to lose to the Knicks that series anyways when it came to that. But I think that a lot of people are overestimating or overplaying the hand that OKC has. The West is really strong. I mean, Jokic is the best player in the world. Wemby, again, in terms of that team and that cast, I have a lot of faith in them. The only thing that you can say about OKC is, hey, they've been here before and they won, right? But there's nothing that screams they're going to even make it to the finals again to me, because I think the Spurs are a better team. And when they faced each other in the regular season, we saw that the Spurs were a better team. I mean, I believe they beat them not every single time, but mostly every single time.
They only lost once. Yeah, they beat them a lot when it mattered. They beat them on Christmas. They beat them in the NBA Cup. I feel you, Zeke.